I'm back. I hope you guys are doing well. Just a warning, I might be a little bit more sensitive today than usual. My cat has been coughing lately, so I went to the vet. And they found a mass in her lungs. It's either cancer or an abscess. And to check which it is, and the surgery to take either of those out is around, like in total, it's going to be around $15,000, which I cannot afford. So the vet said she has about 3 to 5 months left to live. Sorry to start this off so depressing, but I found this out yesterday. So I was hoping that, maybe some fate could cheer me up. I do love fate. So, last I'm gonna be talking about that. So I'll let you guys know. I'm gonna be a little bit more sensitive probably. It might not be my usual rambunctious self, but I love fate, and we're at the end of the route, so why don't we finish this up? Why don't ya? Interlude. So I believe we just are approaching Gilgamesh. The mountain is rumbling, the sky is filled with dark clouds, and the trees are rustling as if shivering with fear. She watches it all at the entrance to the moving gate. She could be Rin or Saber. She understood that the Ryudo temple was poisoned the instant she approached it. The gold servant isn't the only one waiting for her at the top of the stairs. Is Assassin there? Because that would make sense. I would think that because Assassin's master, Caster, is dead, he too would disappear. But what do I know? Something strange is waiting for her. She can't afford to make a mistake. If the mountain is a place of death, then she will draw all the risk to herself. She wants the other two to make it out alive. Oh, this is Saber. I love you, Saber. Such a sweetie. She can't hold anything back. She can only use her holy sword twice. I can't speak. She understands that she will disappear the instant she activates the holy sword for the second time.
構わない。元より捨て身でなくてはかなわぬ相手だ。
The king of heroes, Gilgamesh. She can't think of anything else but to use the holy sword against that man with 1,000 noble phantasms.
じゃあセイバー、30分経ったら始めて。
She recalls Rin's words. I always find it's very interesting how Saber refers to Rin, but Shiro's punk ass still refers to her as Tosaka. Hi, Big Doge, how are you? It's only one more minute until the appointed time. She breathes out and sets her condition. Wind blows down from the mountaintop. The instant the trees shiver against the evil wind, she starts up the stone steps. I'm doing fine, how about you? I'm doing okay, doing my best that I can. She runs up in a flash. Her attack must have been detected the instant she stepped onto the stairs. The last servant should appear at the temple. She will get to him as quickly as possible so she can defeat him before Shiro and Rin arrive. She can't disobey her master's order. She started off after waiting 30 minutes just as she ordered. Even if she arrives at the temple before Rin expects her to, she's not going against her order. Hi Ivan, how are you? It's just that she will protect her master's life and go against her expectations as a result. If the thing leaking out from the mountain is pollution, Saber is a raging wind that blows the pollution away. Good, and you? I'm doing okay, thank you. It should not take her a minute to get to the top. She will be 5 minutes faster than what Rin is expecting. She can end her fight against Gilgamesh in that time. She runs, enduring the mountain's chill. The silver armor shoots up to the temple like a bullet. When she finally reaches the gate, her feet, which should not stop, come to an unexpected halt. Sweat runs down her forehead. She looks up at the gate in astonishment.
待っていたぞ。よくぞ間に合ってくれた、セイバー。
An elegant voice echoes through the night. Moonlight glints off the longsword. On the stairs leading up to the mountain gate stands an enemy who should not exist, so it is Assassin.
アサシン。
Don't make sense to me, but what do I know? There's no elegance in her voice. An enemy that should not be there, an obstacle that should not exist. She cannot be calm in the face of these surprises.
どうしたセイバー。私がいるのがそれほど不思議か？
Well, yes. Sasaki Kojiro camping?
私はここの門番だとお前は承知しているはずなのだが。
His pleased voice is calm and composed. The swordsman is acting casually, even with the evil wind swirling about.
バカな。なぜここにいるアサシン。あなたはキャスターが呼び出したサーバントだ。キャスターが消えた今、あなたがとどまっているはずがない。
通常のサーバントならばそうであろう。だが、私はちと特殊でな。この身を縛っているのは人ではなく、この土地なのだ。
So then my question is, why did he let Gilgamesh through, but not us? We're not trying to destroy the land.
お前たちがマスターと呼ぶよりしろ。私にとっては、それがこの山門ということになる。
土地がよりしろだと。
うん。いかに魔術師といえど、実体を持たぬサーバントにサーバントは維持できぬ。サーバントのよりしろは、この時代のものでなければならぬらしい。女狐は私を呼び出し、よりしろにこの土地を選んだ。故に、私はこの山門にのみ出現するサーバント。召喚者であるキャスターが滅びたところで、この山門がある限り、もっとも、それも日雇いに過ぎんがな。女狐が私に与えた魔力はおよそ20日分。その限度がいつか、お前ならば見て取れよ。
Saying so, the swordsman raised his right hand. Inside his elegant kimono, his white arm is transparent like glass.
アサシン。
見ての通り、夜明けまで持たぬ身だ。20日の刻限などとうに過ぎている。ここまで持ちこたえたことこそ行幸と言えよ。
She looks up at the swordsman in astonishment. Neither enmity or murderous intent is emitted from his sword. He just wishes for a fight. He's demanding a meaningless battle. What the fuck is happening, gang? Hi, Waj, how are you?
では、私と戦うために残ったというのですか。
言わせるな、セイバー。口にすれば、つまらぬ言葉になり下がる。
Wait, what did she say? He laughs. You finally caught a Fate stream. Hi, Rita, how are you? She can understand how he feels. I'm pretty sure we're like at the very end of this route, so hopefully we'll finish it today. And then we only have one route left, guys. It's like called Heaven's Feel or something, but it looks much more complicated, so we shall see. But she does not have the time right now. The other two will make it in time for the battle unless she hurries. No, in the worst case, they'll reach the top. They will reach the temple to face Gilgamesh even before she does. Heaven feels a wild ride. I'm great. I just finished Ultimate Blade Works a week ago. I'm so excited to see your reaction. Oh, that's such great timing. I hope you
そこを
enjoyed
どけ
it.
アサシン。あなたに門番を命じたキャスターは消えた。もはや門を守る意味などあるまい。
Well, that's honestly a valid point. It's like, yeah, you're still here because of the mountain, but the mountain's not telling you to kill us. She asked while taking a step forward, but
いいな。もとより私に戦う意味などない。
he points his sword at Saber. What a psycho. Saying he will start the fight if she comes any closer.
そう戦う意味などない。私には初めから何もないからな。いや、そもそも私が呼び出されたこと自体が間違いなのだ。何しろこの身は佐々木小次郎などではない。
This is the first time I've seen this name, I'm pretty sure. Aside from I've been saying it earlier in the chat, but I didn't see it, so I didn't know what he meant. I don't know who Sasaki is either. That, like, I don't know if that's like a Japanese figure or something. I don't know. I don't know who he is no matter what. I'm still confused. Her confusion reaches its limit. Sasaki Kojiro. It should be the true identity of the servant. Well, they never said... They might have hinted to it, but they never said that name. He said his name in the Fate route. He introduced himself that way straight away. Oh, really? Well, my bad. Girl, that was a long time ago. So, I apologize. If he said his name once... I mean, we didn't see Assassin that much in the Fate route. Not as much as this route. But my bad. I still don't know who that is, though. But Assassin himself said that he is a fake. It's fine.
そう驚くことでもあるまい。佐々木小次郎というものはな、もともと正体のない架空の剣士なのだ。
He had one scene in the Fate route. Yeah, it was not a lot.
実在したとされるが、記された記録はあまりに不鮮
So
明。
is he the swordsman that Sasaki is based off of or something?
ある剣豪の敵役として都合が良い過去を捏造された。
Or he's the famed...
人々の記録だけで剣豪とされた人物だ。
Like, as a convenient foe. So he was against Sasaki?
確かに佐々木小次郎という
He's
男
the
はいただろう。
manifestation of the fictional
物干し竿と
story.
呼ばれる長刀を持つ
Can
武
you see
芸
my
者もい
messages?
たは
I'm
ずだ。
having Wi-Fi issues. Not since you first said, I'm fine, how are you doing?
だが、それらは一個人のものではない。
Monohoshizao. That's a cool word.
佐々木小次郎という剣士は、引き立て役としてのみ作られた架空の武芸者であったはずだ。
架空の英霊。ですがあなたは。
Oh, we already knew that.
そう、佐々木小次郎だ。佐々木小次郎というから、
Oh, I'm not
それを被るに
Sasaki,
最
but
も
I
適
am.
した剣士が私というだけの
I'm
話だ。
not Sasaki, but I am Sasaki. Is he saying he's not the real dude he was based off of? He's just what the enemy created?
私に名などない。読み書きなど知らぬし、名前を持つほど余裕のある人間ではなかった。
This man is illiterate.
私は
That's
ただ
unfortunate.
記録にある佐々木小次郎の秘剣を披露できると偽りのサーバントである好みは長くは持たぬ。故にキャスターも使い捨てとして扱った。
It's unclear if Sasaki ever existed because the only description of him is from a third-person account from Musashi, the only person who met him. Basically, he's saying he doesn't really have a written-out backstory. Interesting.
そら、意味など初めか
So
ら
that
ない
means
だろう。
he's really edgy because of that. He's like, I'm not even real. What's the point, man?
たとえここで偉業を成したところで、報酬はすべて佐々木小次郎に与えられる。私には何も返っ
Yep,
てこな
here
い。
comes the
好
edge.
みは自分すら定かではない。佐々木小次郎という役柄を演じるだけの
As Longsword wavers, the fictional swordsman created by a fictional story blocks her way to fulfill his role.
だがその私にも唯一意味があるとすれば無名のまま死んでいった私に
He must have dreamed of a match with a superior swordsman, who he could not have been allowed to witness as a nameless swordsman.
アサシン
She readies her sword. She can't convince her enemy. The only way she can answer the swordsman who's prepared for his death is to fight him.
では始めよう。なに、元より花と散る好み。
His sword moves. Saber's sword repels the strike like moonlight. His longsword wavers. She can't match Gilgamesh if she uses up her powers here. But she can't afford to hold back. No, she doesn't know if she can win, even if she uses all her powers. His longsword gets more fierce with each blow. Fictional swordsman. A swordsman who can match a heroic spirit without a noble phantasm. She must settle her match with him right here and now. Interlude out. The mountaintop is near. We'll reach the back of the temple once we climb up the mountain. I think there's a big lake
見え
there.
た。あともう少し。
Rin pushes her way through the branches and runs up the hill. Keep watch on our surroundings as I follow behind Ren. And so, it greets us the instant we make our way from the hill onto level ground. Oh my, is this the Holy
な
Grail?
んだこれは。
What the heck? A lump of meat is wriggling around. Oh my god, Saya Noguta. The thing in the middle of the lake spews out black blood and shakes as if asking for help. Oh, that's right. Wait, was this supposed to be Shinji? I don't remember. It's been a minute. Pretty sure, right? This is Shinji. Oh, how big is that thing? It's already as big as an island, and the pile of flesh is slowly expanding. I mean, Shinji sucks, but this sucks too. Clear water is now dirty and sticky like coal tar.
嘘だろ。
Have
あれ
you
が
played
聖杯だって
Sayanota?
いうのか。
Yes, I have. I thought the concept was really interesting. Do you recommend it? I don't know if I'd recommend it to everyone. It depends what you're into. There are some, wow, how do you describe it? There are some, certain scenes and things that happen that are a bit, sus, a bit explicit in a weird way. But the overall concept of the game, if you can ignore stuff like that or you don't mind it, I'd recommend it. It's very interesting. Urobuchi was on something else. Is that who wrote it? I avert my gaze, unable to stare at it. The air on this mountain is that thing's breath. Yeah? Yeah, quite a person. I wonder how you even think of all that stuff. The infinitely flowing magical energy is made of that is making that lump of meat explode, and the black blood is polluting the lake. Black blood. Whoops. Rough. The blood isn't just colorless energy. The black thing is a visible curse. I remember the curse from the Pharaoh, I think. I don't know. Why do they always try? I don't know. I'm a little confused on Ilya. Because I remember they went into they talked a lot about it in the Fate route. About her connection with the Holy Grail. And they talked about it a little bit in this one. But I still don't quite grasp what's going on with Ilya specifically in the Holy Grail. Just looking at the black mud gives me chills. The curse seeps into my brain through my eyes, ordering me to die. And that is all. He's a master writer.
あんなのどうやって。
I don't know what else he's done. Stop such a thing. The distance is about 30 meters. The lake is shallow. It'd be easy to walk in it, but it's suicidal to go in that mud. I mean, wasn't Kotomine flinging this black curse at us last time? And we had to avoid it when we stabbed him? Well, there was a really great moment from that where Kotomine was like, what did you plan to do exactly? And she was like, you fucking idiot. I never had a plan. Oh, I love stupidity like that. Like, bitch, I don't have a plan. I just want to kill you. Just looking at the curse is almost enough to knock one unconscious. I'll weaken and sink into the mud if I walk a meter into it.
あれ、破裂寸前よ。元からああいう形なのかどうかは知らないけど、器があんまりにも小さすぎたんでしょうね。中のものを抑えきれず、器を壊して溢れ出ようとしてる。
That vessel being Shinji.
器を壊すって。
シンジが聖杯になってるなら、シンジを壊すってことでしょうね。ほら、見える？あの山の奥、なんか人型らしきものがあるでしょ。
I forget if Shiro is aware he has Avalon in this route. I don't know what that means. I look where Rin's looking. Within the expanding pile of flesh, I certainly see something shaped like a human. He looks like he's been crucified. His clothes have been torn off, leaving him naked. Visible against his skin, the blood vessels writhe like centipedes, connecting to the meat. Saber's scabbard? Oh, right! The sheath in his body, right? The one, yeah, I know, okay, thank you guys. I know what you're talking about now. I remember that. I don't know if he does, well, okay, I don't think it was working when he wasn't, when Saber wasn't his servant. So I don't know if it works now. I don't know. But maybe he, this begs the question, did he have this before he summoned Saber? And if that's the case, what is his connection to Saber outside? I mean, I know Saber was... Oh, maybe his dad took it from Saber and put it in him, and that's how he saved him from the fire. That would make sense, because that fire happened because of the last war, and he ordered Saber to destroy the Holy Grail. So perhaps? Maybe that's what... That would make sense to me. Excuse me. It looks bizarre, as if grapevines took a human form.
シンジ。顔は見えないけ
Yes, you
ど、
remembered
あの
correct.
背格好は間違いない。
Oh, oh my god.
そう。で、生きてる？
I can't tell. He's not dead, but I'm not optimistic enough to say he's alive.
息はある。体だってまだ。
I can't even say he has human limbs in a way.
やっぱりね。もともと今回の聖杯は人型だった。なら人間っていう部品を利用して動かすってことでしょ。シンジは合わないからああなったみたいだけど、基本的に聖杯は宿主に生きていてもらわないと作動しない。
Alright, this might be a little cruel, but depending on the aftermath of letting Shinji die, wouldn't that be the best route? So that way the Holy Grail just disappears.
けど、あれは破裂寸前なんだろう。
Who gives a fuck?
それは仕方なくよ。そうなったら聖杯も何もない。ただ聖杯によって開けられた穴からあの得体の知れないものが溢れてくるだけ。
So the Holy Grail opens a gate. Do I remember Gilgamesh saying, or someone saying it's like a gate to hell?
だから逆に言えばまだ間に合うわ。聖杯は起動しているけど、願望機っていう本来の姿になってなければ壊れてもいない。あの金ピカは穴だけを開けるって言ってたでしょ。あいつの目的は聖杯を起動させて器だけ壊すことなのよ。
今みたいにあの得体の知れない泥が。
Oh right, Gilgamesh wants to kill everyone. There's no time to think. We have to pull Shinji out of that thing and stop the Holy
父さん
Grail.
が あの泥なんとかできるか。凍らせちまえば上を歩けそうだけど。
無理。ただの水ならいけるけど、あれはもう呪いに加工された魔力なのよ。形になった魔術を凍らせるなんて。
そうか。
Guess I'll just have to pray and run through it. Oh, that's our Shiro. Cross the lake before I get cursed and bring back Shinji.
そのままで行く気？無理よ。あなたじゃいいとこ真ん中で飲み込まれるってば。
やってみなくちゃわからないだろう。もう時間がない。セイバーも今頃あいつと戦ってるはずだ。ここで躊躇している暇は。
Quickly turn, moving to protect Ren.
これは驚いた。まさか三度もその不出来な顔を見るとはな。
You mongrel. A laugh. He peers there as if he knows our
キル
plan.
カメッシュ。嘘。なら誰と戦ってるのよ、セイバーは。
Seems Saber's fighting someone from what Ren's saying. I can't tell who she's fighting nor how she's faring. It isn't time to be thinking about such things. The one before us is the worst possible enemy. He's the strongest servant, the one the three of us had planned to beat together. Only Ren and I face him
Nani?
now.
セーバーは不在か。つまらん。それではただ殺すだけか。
Sumaran! Coldness emanates from the sea of mud, and the man before me gives up on murderous intent. He already has the noble phantasms ready behind him. I'll be skewered the instant I carelessly take a step forward.
いや、それでは芸がない。本来なら有無を言わせぬが、今回は特別に許す。せっかくの客だ。
言うよだと。
I clench my fist as I glare at the enemy. My magic circuit is open. I manage to form 14 blueprints in my head. I'll reproduce the swords once he clicks his fingers. Should be able to let Ren escape.
なんだ、言われなくてはわからんのか。眉が帰るまでの数分、そこでかかしになるがいい。この行く末を最後まで見届けるというのなら、その生にも意味がある。
I can't listen to him. Our goal is to stop the Holy Grail. If we can still make it, we have to get Shinji back.
そうかよ。
あんたの言いなりになんてならない。今すぐあの日会に行ってあんたの聖杯を止めてやるわ。
Then, Ren glares at Gilgamesh from behind me.
ほう。
He grins. He smiles like that when he decided to kill the one in front of him.
待てトサカ、それは。
シローはここであいつを止めて。無茶だって分かってるけど、セイバーが来るまでなんとか持ちこたえて。分かってるわよ。あんなんでもさくらの兄貴だし、見殺しにはできないもの。
Ren runs to the black light. Is she going to go in that mud? What a sprite. Wow, what a face.
なんだその滑稽さは。俺を笑い死にさせるつもりか、貴様。
He laughs as if to look down at her determination.
てめ
なんだ、
Shiro's like, that's my
お
woman.
前はおかしくないのか。とんだ三流どもだ。あの呪いの中を進むだと。
私の底を甘く見ないで。この程度の呪いで染まるほど弱くないわ。それにね、私たちはあんたみたいに反
The
霊体っ
German
てわけ
dub
じゃ
is
ない。
funny.
じゃ
It's an obvious bluff, but I'm sure that Ren will make it across. As she says, Ren is so weak as to lose to that curse.
そうか。ならば好きにしろ。もっとも。俺はそんな真似は
Can you
許
add
さ
the
ない。
accents back? No.
とです。
I'll put it on for games that aren't so serious. A sword shoots forward. Also, it's hard to talk like that. Sword flies through the air to pierce Ren's defenseless back.
オフ。
And it's slashed down by Concho. I breathe hard. I made it, even though I was prepared. This is the fastest production I've ever done. Probably thanks to Rin's magic energy. What this one might be able to.
貴様
Murderous rage fills his eyes. The projection made him serious. The noble phantasms behind his back increase in number.
シロ
I hear Rin's worried voice. I don't turn around, but I stare at my enemy with concho in hand.
遠坂シンジを頼む
That's all I
任せ
say.
てすぐに連れ帰ってくる
Here's Splashing sound. She goes into the mud without any hesitation. And I'll protect her. I won't allow a single phantasm to get past
お
me.
前の相手は俺だ遠坂に手を出したかったらまず俺を倒しやがれ
That's our woman. Take a step forward. He must have gotten on his nerves. The golden servant takes his eyes off Rin and looks at me.
あの小娘はのたれ死ぬ俺が手を下すのはあくまで慈悲だったのだが
The noble phantasms point at me. He lets out sharp, murderous intent.
その前に貴様には思い知らせる必要があるようだ薄汚い贋作者その身をもって真偽の違いを知るがいい
He releases his treasures unsparingly. The longsword slashes through the darkness. Saber is yet to be able to close in on her enemy that freely swings his sword. Unable to dodge, she retreats. The distance between the two does not shrink. It's 1 meter between Saber and Assassin. But Saber is unable to climb the few steps. She bites her lip. She can't waste any time. She surpasses him in power. She can overpower him if she uses her magical energy and her sword as a shield. Just one blow. She can overpower him if she can withstand just one blow. Can be her arm or her leg. If she doesn't allow the wound to slow her, there'll be no second attack. She can surely slash Assassin after she receives this blow. But if the attack is to come for her neck, she can't overpower him. All of the servants' attacks are of that kind. All are meant to take her life. Retreat is the only defense against them. She can't move forward because of the enemy's technique, and the geographical disadvantage does not allow her to move to either side. She can't move forward because of those reasons. She must reach the temple alive. The two are fighting Gilgamesh even at this moment. They might die if she's late. No, in the worst case severity. She runs. She rushes upward, yelling as if to deny the ominous thought. Oh, so cute. Two weapons collide. For some reason, Assassin swings his sword, not at the charging Saber, but the swinging sword. Wait a minute. I know this is probably really obvious to you guys, but it just made sense why Shiro summoned Saber, because her fucking sheath was in him, so he obviously had that conduit. Like, maybe that's the most obvious thing in the world, but I never put two and two together.
ほう、さすがはセイバーの剣。数回程度ならば耐えられると思ったが、一撃で曲がるとは。
Sparks fly off. The swords try to push each other away.
受けたアサス
His sword is fragile. It's a good sword that can even cut steel, but it's made by a human. Can't be compared to her swords that's not made by men. Actually, it's because their names both start with S. You're so right. Then what about Rin and Archer, huh? Explain that, buddy. His longsword would be pulverized if he used his power to strike back at the oncoming attack. That's why assassins parried the attacks and pushed back Saber by attacking her body instead of her sword until now. Archer? Oh my god. Damn, you got me again. But Assassin blocked this attack. His sword can't block Saber no matter how strong he is. The longsword that blocks Saber's attack is bent. There's no way it's as sharp as it was before.
勝てる無傷でこの男に勝てるのか
She asks herself while she pushes back his sword. Question becomes an opening. The reason why Assassin blocked her sword. She's standing in that position before she realizes it. Positions are different. They're now standing at the same level. Before she realizes it, she's been forced to fight sideways. It's just like before. They're standing on the same plane. This is the position he needs to execute his secret technique. Assassin's able to execute his demonic attack here. Tsubame Gaeshi. Three arching blades close in on the enemy from all sides, allowing no chance for defense or evasion. Chill runs up her back.
アサシン貴様
She stops pushing. She can push him back. She can push him back with her strength and pull up with a finishing blow or run up to the mountain gate. But it will be the same either way. That attack will come the instant she pushes him away. It will end once he executes his technique. It doesn't matter if she runs up to him or if she turns her back and runs up the mountain, so she can't push him. She can only loosen up and match his push.
良いのか力を弱めて。これならば私の方からお前を弾き飛ばせるが。
He stares at Saber in satisfaction. There's no inhumane emotion there. He's just fascinated by her eyes, trying to find some way out of this hopeless situation.
このために自ら
無論拉致が開かぬのでな。これならば以前のお前に戻ろうと思ってな。果たし合いの最中に後のことなど考えるな。
She gasps. His words are not to insult her, but the compound is burning. Sounds of swords clashing and breaking. It's the sound of a battle between Gilgamesh and Shiro.
どうやら縁も竹縄というところだな。こんなと。
アサシン
She puts power into her arms. She puts magical energy in her sword and pushes her enemy back, but she can't do it. She'll die when she does so. She'll fall into Assassin's trap when she gets away from him. She grits her teeth in frustration. She puts magical energy into her sword without a plan, then...
何を迷う。お互い。
Swordsman's voice is
ア
clear.
サシン
もとより我らは役割を果たすため私がこの門を守るようにならば迷う隙などそれになセイバー
There's no lie in those words. Those are the first and last true words from the swordsman that fulfilled his role as a fictional character. That he would like for both of them to go all out on each other. The swordsman in front of her is telling her his only wish, only compensation for being summoned in this
失
world.
礼をした。確かにお互い時間はない。
She releases the magical energy in her sword. The merciless force pushes him back. He slides back about 2 meters. She doesn't move, even though she's within Assassin's best range. She doesn't run up to the gate, nor does she charge at him. She releases the seal. Showing her sword, she confronts Assassin. There's no hesitation in her eyes. She will use all her powers if need be. Her eyes state that she will use her strength to defeat the enemy in front of her. There's nothing to talk about now. The fictional swordsman readies his sword.
いざ
He greets his greatest enemy with the strongest technique. She struggles through the sea of tainted meat. The lake isn't even a meter deep. Chunks of flesh carpet at the bottom, so she only sinks up to her knees.
この
She grumbles as she breathes hard. Every step brings a chill as if she's treading on piles of insects. She stops moving. The taint on her skin begins to solidify and consume her.
もう
She shakes it off with all her might and keeps going. It's almost impossible to keep wading through the rottenness while keeping her sanity. After this, even slaughtering a cow shouldn't be a big deal. Hey, leave cows alone. Ren thinks so defiantly. So she's getting used to this work now. What is retinol? I just got a text from my doctor. It is time for your retinol screaming. Oh, inside of my eyes? Yeah, fuck that. I'm not doing those stupid eye tests. Hell no! I don't give a fuck. At least there's no mental... Wait, she's so tense she'll stop moving once she stops treating this as work. But at least there's no mental damage this way. But she can't endure it with just willpower. Her temperature rises with each step. The meat on her legs attacks her nerves instantly. Even if she flings it off, the poison's already entered her system. Retinal screening are easy. But then I have to get an Uber just to go. Nah, I'll just die of eye disease. I'm here, I have no context for this one though, but I'll at least be lurking for support. Hi Healer, how are you? They just take your eyes out then look at them for a few minutes? Oh yeah, very casual. Oops. The malice is almost tangible and it feels like a disease. Healer, have you ever played any of the Fate games or bouts? One will get sick when touched by it. It taints the nerve, takes away energy, boils the brain, and kills within one step. A normal person would stop moving after 2 steps and would fall into the sea of decay. She does not know what would happen after that. She doesn't even want to consider whether she would be suffocated or absorbed into the poisoned flesh. Her mind is too overcome with heat to even think about it. She braces her staggering feet and keeps moving forward. Red did not enter the pool of mud without a plan. She swallowed 12 jewels and is using all the magical energy she saved to defend herself. If this curse is the crystallization of pure magical energy, she should be able to repel it with strong magical energy of her own. Her vision wavers. Her guess was right, but her scale was off. The swallowed jewels are as good as paper shield against the curse. This is not something a human can fight against. No human can ward off this curse, and here, one's belief in oneself is the only support of their life.
もうこれなら火の上に飛び込んだ方が涼しいのに。
Hero just needs to yell something like, I love you, Ren, and then get her going again. With her jewel's protection, jumping into a sea of fire would be no problem. As soon as she complains. Aww. She gets angry at herself and sets her mind straight. It's not true. She can't be complaining. She concentrates on the sound behind her. She can't see the 2 anymore. She doesn't know if Shiro moved the battleground away or if he's just concerned. Cornered. Either way, it seems the fight's gone to the compound.
あと少し一気に行くからそれまで。
She runs. It's only as fast as walking, but she frantically moves her feet. She pushes her way through the tainted meat. Her breathing's ragged and she reaches out. Climbs up. She can feel the mountain of meat.
なんかこっちのが楽みたい。
She lays on the pulsing ground. She feels even nastier, but the heat violating her nerves goes away. Puts her finger on the red ground. It's the same as the black mud but has form. Something that should not exist in this world. Something that came out of the Holy Grail and took form using magical energy.
サーバント。これサーバントと同じなんだ。
She murmurs in blank amazement. She tries to think of what this could mean, but then stops herself. This isn't the time. There's only one thing she must do right now. What do you mean, like the servants? Is that what servants are made out of? Like weird magical meat?
よし、回復した。さっさとシンジを見つけて。
She gets up and runs along the top of the mountain of meat. It's an island about 50 meters wide. She could not tell before, but this lumpy meat is intertwined.
いた。
Within it all, Shinji is in there, hidden amongst the flesh. I repel the oncoming sword. Oh, I like this song. There are over 10 noble phantasms, and every one of them has been released to destroy me. I throw away the destroyed sword and prepare for the next attack. I catch my breath in an instant. I can't project the ravaged breath, or And I'll just be scared if I don't have a weapon. I can't read. This battle is not a battle against him. It's a battle against my body. I'll die once the speed and precision of my projection go down. Why don't you just do your unlimited blade work?
はっそうら休んでいる暇はないぞ
In response to his voice, a straight sword points at me. The loaded phantasms are released at fatal speed.
トレス
Unable to deflect the full impact, I fall to the ground. I quickly roll aside and get up, steadying myself.
どうした質が落ちているぞわずか一撃で壊れるようでは
He laughs. He's obviously enjoying this. There's no way for me to defend myself if he releases all of the noble phantasms behind him. But he releases them one by one as if to test how much I can take. But that's what's keeping me alive right now. It's too hard to project a weapon after seeing it, even with Rin's backup. I can only imagine the shape. I can't construct the ability inside it, so it gets destroyed with one blow. He said I'm the only one who can beat him. This is all I can do. I can't rush at him after we block his attack. He released 2 weapons. But I'm having trouble projecting 1 weapon, so I can't project 2.
どうした
He must have liked seeing me roll around as he looks delighted. Catch my breath. It's fine as long as he's enjoying this. There's still a chance for me to win.
トレス
I look within myself, a limited circuit. I mentally lay out as many blueprints as I can. I can see 17 noble phantasms behind him. I read the structure from its appearance, draw out the concept of creation, select the composition material. Ooh. I vomit blood. It's because I'm putting multiple blueprints inside a circuit that usually handles 1 or 2. My nerves are bruised since I started projection, and my body is being destroyed from within. Though it tries to pump out the blood that's filling my
良い
stomach.
経験共感終了
Swallow and continue with the process. Concha and Bakia cannot block his phantasms. Archer should be able to with his technique, but I don't have that much skill. There's only one way for me to block them. I need to offset them with the same exact one. I still have enough magical energy. It's enough supply from Ren. The circuit to channel is about to break. The end is near. When he gets serious, I have to project the same number as him. Oof. To stay alive, but my body will die if I project that many.
工程完了戦闘へ
Bullet clear. I saved the overflowing images. Can you show us the background? What do you mean the background? There's no background right now. Which background? Is it a different scene you meant? Shiro will be pierced from within if the circuit can't be controlled. I said that like 10 minutes ago. Oh, I'm so sorry. I didn't know. I got too into reading. I'm really sorry about that.
ほう
Well, if it
今度は
happens
多いな
again, let me know. I'll try to
10
look more.
15、17そうか目に見える我の宝具を全て複製したわけかなめるな魔術師の手の内など看破できなくて何が英霊か
His words are unexpected. The king of heroes that possesses noble phantasms can figure out my magic just by looking at me?
では採点だもっともいかに成功であろうと一本たりとも世には残さんが
My reaction's delayed. His words caught my attention, creating a hopeless delay. The 17 phantasms are released. King's treasures, a fraction of them charge in as if to tell me playtime's over.
停止解凍戦闘へ
Even if I
細工にしてはよく持つが、それもあと数撃か。そうだ、急いで真似ねば八つ咲きだぞ。
I hear him laughing behind the sword. Go more enemies.
しかしほとほと不
They
幸
want to
よ
block
な。
cars.
俺には勝ち得ないと考え、聖杯だけでも取り外す判断は正しい。 それならばあの男を殺して聖杯を止めたいのであれば、神事を始末することこそが確実だ。だというのにまだ救おうというそ。
Burning out. My circuits containing burning out. I don't have enough. I can't match this when I need a small circuit. What it sounds like when I get a B instead of an A on a track. Oh my god. Why can't I block that? Who said I can do that? Why am I not even a man? That means I'm making mistakes. See more phantasms. My body lost till I blocked them? Oh, I should be doing like a different thing. All senses freeze at that instant. I don't even pay heed to the three approaching blades. The golden servant is taking out a sword, a strange sword. My mind burns up the instant I see it.
女を救うと言ったな。
He laughs while the sword roars. I eliminate the three remaining blueprints in my circuit and concentrate on reading his sword, but...
読めない。
I was able to read every sword, but I can't even read the sword structure.
ならば見せてみろ。その贋作で一体何が救えるのかを。
The storm of chaos. The wind emitted from the sword blows away his own phantasms as it comes at me. My mind is still blank. I can't come up with any countermeasures, so I just release the remaining magical energy within me.
Iza.
And what was his name? Sasaki? I'm tired of saying swordsman. I hate the word sword because I always see the W and it trips me up. Sasaki readies his sword, the only stance for the man who doesn't have a stance. Fatal technique that cuts his enemy by simultaneously executing blows from different angles. That's cruel, Ivan. She has experienced the move before. The previous one only had an arc to surround his enemy and a vertical slash, so she was able to avoid it and live up to this day. But the real technique has 3 slashes. A circular slash, Tallulah, and a vertical slash. And probably a horizontal slash that cuts anyone that escapes sideways. There's nowhere to run if the 3 attacks are executed all at once. Once in range, the other 2 attacks will cut you even if one's blocked. One can't escape sideways, and the longsword will reach out even if it retreats. Demonic technique, Tsubame Gaeshi. Oops, I mean hit that. A godly technique that even surpasses the servants. The ultimate attack, perfected by an anonymous swordsman using all his life. The sword trembles, his body moves in with one step. The distance to attack Saber. Prison-like arcs are executed from a range that does not allow any defense. Saber doesn't use her holy sword. She cannot use her phantasm at this range. No matter how fast Saber may be, assassins Tsubame Gaeshi is many times faster. Her neck will be cut the instant she puts magical energy into her sword. Therefore, her only weapon is pure technique. The blade begins its arcs. She feels despair from its precision and speed. Such an attack, how much training was needed to get this far? Here's the only thing on our mind. Can't be blocked. This technique is a technique of carnage that challenges God with mere human skill. Only God would be able to block it. She gulps. There's a flash as small as a grain of sand. She doesn't think about what it is, nor if it's correct. She risks everything she has on her instinct. Charges at her victory with all her might. What did Sasaki think of that? Silver armor passes through the gap beside his arm, the opening between the swordsman's left arm and his waist. Saber must have figured out that the small opening is the blind spot of the technique. Even though the attack still chips off her armor, she curls up and flies through the opening. An exquisite skill that is only possible with her precognition, her great instinct. She was able to predict the true Tsubame Gaishi since she experienced it once. But it's not the surprising part. It's her determination that kept her alive. She trusted her insight and put all her power into the slight opening. So she shook off the fear that she would be slashed if she was even a moment late and charged into the opening. Therefore, her determination is the strength that defeated the demonic technique. But the match isn't over yet. Even though it was avoided, her enemy is right beside her. She charges in with a quicker speed than the attack. It's not easy to recover her stance from such a charge. The longsword strikes. The attack is the quickest, even if it might be as quick as the demonic technique, but her attack is a bit quicker than his. Oh, that's cool. He closes his mouth. He shuts his lip tight and tenses up so that he won't fall down. Blood from his lungs fills his mouth, but he swallows it so that it won't spill out. The golden-haired girl is below him. The way of the swordsman does not allow him to dirty her with his blood. Saber doesn't say anything. Her golden hair flutters down to the ground. It's a wonder that her head is still attached. It's a miracle that her limbs are still attached. She felt that her body would be slashed the instant she went into her opening. That's the only difference. The long sword. Swordsman's technique would have stayed invincible if it hadn't been bent. The air is shaking. Another battle is still going on behind the mountain gate. Unsure of what to say, she looks up at the dying swordsman. To that,
Yuke.
he tells her to go without looking at her. How much meaning was contained in that word? She pulls out her sword and runs up the stairs. She doesn't turn back to him. She runs to fulfill her role.
美しい小鳥だと思ったのだがな。
He murmurs as if that was to be expected. She avoided something even a sparrow couldn't avoid, so she can't be something that's admired.
女を見る目には自信があったのだが、どちらも修行不足ということか。
He complains with a shrug. His elegant clothing has lost its colors already. His stomach is pierced and his bloodstained feet are vague. He looks down at them and sits. The branches shake. The wind coming down from the top of the mountain rustles the forest. And when the flowers scatter, the wind stops and the moon darkens. He's disappeared without a trace, as if his existence is just an illusion. Oh, that's sad. We will remember you, assassin. That instant, I developed the strongest weapon I have projected. It doesn't even serve as a shield. Sword of separation. The mysterious sword cuts through the wind, destroys 6 phantasms, and cuts my body apart. Disappearing. Circuits disconnected. Immense magical energy disperses without a place to go. Cursed my worthlessness. I knew that I was unskilled. I cursed myself for never thinking twice. Why is this all the magical energy I have? Just a bit more. I could reach into that darkness just a bit more. I could have fought like him. I fall to the ground. I fly through the air and crash to the ground with great force. I don't feel pain from the landing. I don't have such a sense anymore. Even my mind's going blank. Before I die, the only thing filling my head is the surprise that my limbs are still attached.
そこまでか。やはり偽物は偽物だったな。
My heartbeat gets weaker. My lungs don't move, rendering me unable to breathe.
これならばアーチャーが残った方が楽しめた。奴も贋作者だったが、その理念は俗物ではなかったからな。
Can't see anything, but it seems it's not because my eyes are broken. My organs are just too messed up to function as they should. Maybe it's fortunate. I don't have any sense of pain, so I should be able to die easily.
ああ、そういえば奴も言っていたな。お前の理念は借り物だと。自身から生み出したものが一つとしてない男が。
I can't do that. Even if I might go crazy from the pain, I need to regain my consciousness. Deep part of me says so as it points to that place.
正義の味方？誰も傷つかない世界だと？おかしなことを。誰も傷つかず幸福を保つ世界などない。人間とは犠牲がなくては生を謳歌できぬ獣の名だ。雑種。お前の理想とやらは醜さを覆い隠すだけの言い訳に過ぎん。
I raise my arm, which should not be moving. My fallen body and my dying mind. I raise my hand to grab something like I did on that day. I don't know what's funny, but someone's laughing. Seems like everyone in this world is laughing. A fake wish. A borrowed ideal. Someone's scorning me, saying my dream won't come true. Yes, that's exactly right. My wishes are all borrowed. I just admired the wish of wanting to help someone because it's beautiful. So there's nothing that came from within me. My body's always been driven by a curse-like obsession with helping others. Helping lovers. That's why it's a fake. Such an imitation cannot save anything. First of all, I'm not sure what needs to be saved. But I still felt that it's beautiful. It was not born from within me. I just saw someone save others and copied that behavior. I was empty back then. Everyone died, and I couldn't save anyone. Could not bear the fear in front of me unless I gave up, saying that humans are weak. That's why I admired it, because it was something I didn't have, and its sanctity brought tears to my eyes. Is that wrong? Is it a fake if it's not mine? Even if my wish is fake, is it wrong for it to come true? No, I don't think it's wrong. I don't care, even if it's fake. I'll make it come true, even if it's impossible. It's an impossible wish from the start, an unreachable utopia. Then even if Shiro's fake, what's there has to be true.
そうだ。そんなこと、とっくに。
I know that I can't save everything. I know there's no help without sacrifices. I know that reality is like that because I'm an adult. I know it's only ideal, but I still continue to seek it. It's not the end after someone gets hurt. Even if the best possible outcome has someone get hurt to save many others, I still want to pursue a resolution where nobody's hurt. That there's no justice in this world, and that people die meaninglessly in reality. I don't think such words are right. And he reaches the place at this end. What I believe in, what I believed in. He said that they're all fake, but the one who said so followed through on his hypocrisy. Then I can keep going. I don't care, even if it's a fake. First of all, I'm too simple-minded to worry about such a thing. I make up my mind on this hill of swords, that if I can save the world in front of me, I will fight for it. I didn't even need to think about it. My world is small. This small world is all I have ever been able to create. That's right. This body of mine is made of firm swords. Yes, so can endure most things. Shiro can keep his dream until the very end, even if what I seek is nowhere.
なんだ、それだけのことじゃないか。
I raise my body. I can move my limbs again as soon as my consciousness returns. My body still moves. It's a wonder that I'm alive, let alone moving after this attack, but I don't care. If I'm alive, there must be a reason why. It's just that I don't know why.
直前に盾を敷いたのか。出し惜しんだとはいえ致命傷だったはず。存外にしぶといな小僧。
出し惜しみそんだけ山ほど持っておいて。
Keep my distance while I catch my breath. I know how to do it now. Should be able to do it with the backup from Rin. Problem is the casting. Even though I memorized it, I don't know how fast I can get it working until I try.
今のは覇者にのみ許された剣だ。強が乗ったゆえ見せてやったが、本来雑種などに使うものではない。エアと打ち合う権利を持つ者はセイバーだけだ。お前のような偽物に使ってはセイバーに合わせる顔がない。
Numerous phantasms appear, but they're all third-rate. The difference is obvious after seeing the previous sword. But they're not something I can take lightly. They're more than enough to kill me. The difference in our powers is the same. Even though I managed to survive the attack, I can't match the servant with my protection.
ほう、真似事はおしまいか。ようやく無駄と分かったらしい。ならば潔く消えるがいい。偽物を作るその頭蓋、一片たりとも残しはせん。
They're released. But
シロ
a blue rushing wind repels them.
セイバーか。
Gilgamesh jumps back instantly. Even he's cautious against her. He wants to avoid hand-to-hand combat with her, as his technique is inferior.
よかった。無事ですか、シロ。遅くなりました。あとは私が受け持ちます。
いや、ギルガメッシュは俺一人で何とかできる。
に
何を言うのです、シロ。その体で彼の相手をすると。いえ、そもそも魔術師ではサーバントには太刀打ちできない。
ああ、けど俺とあいつだけは例外だ。信じろ、俺はきっとあいつに勝てる。
She gasps. She's surprised because she believes my words.
セイバーは境内の裏に急いでくれ。遠坂が一人で聖杯を止めてる。
She closes her eyes once, a few seconds. No, it's not even for a second.
ご武運を。リンは私が必ず。
She says what I want to hear the most and steps away from Gilgamesh. Her silver armor turns away.
セイバー、
Stop her just once.
お前を救うことが俺にはできなかった。
And I say it in place of the one who cared.
あの聖杯はお前が望んでいるものじゃないと思う。だからよく見極めておくんだ。次は決して間違えないように。
シロ。
ごめん、うまく言えない。俺はお前のマスターにはふさわしくなかったんだろう。だから
Can't even figure out your true desire.
そんなことはない。シロは私のマスターだ。
セイバー、
サーバントとして責務を果たしてきます。伝えたいことはその後に。
Oh, I love you, Saber. She runs without turning back. She's gallant and looks him like the wind. She's left. She believed in my promise that I would win and went to save Rin. Let's start. I have no hesitation now. All that's left is for me to defeat the enemy in front of me. Oh, this is the home screen music. I missed that scene because of ads. Oh, I'm sorry.
正気か貴様。ただ一つの勝機を逃し、あの小娘を助けさせるだと。たわけめ。 自らを犠牲にする行為など全て偽りに過ぎぬ。ああ、それだけは称えてやろう、小僧。
The noble phantasms are set. There are about 30 of them. If I want to block them, I'll have to create
贋
it.
作偽善者か。はあ別にそういうのも悪くない。
I raise my arm. I close one eye and look inside of me.
勘違いしてた。俺の剣聖っていうのは剣を作ることじゃないんだ。
That's right. Rin said it too. You can only use one kind of magic. Strengthening projection is a byproduct.
そうだ。俺にできることはただ一つ。自分の心を形にすることだけだった。
I grab my right hand with my left and glare at Gilgamesh.
体は剣でできている。
Cast the spell. Casting is only a suggestion to change. I wonder why Shiro says it in English. I mean in Japanese. Sorry, I reversed it. Wait, Shiro says it in Japanese, but Archer says it in English. These words are to connect Emi Ashiro.
そうか。よまいごとはそこまでだ。
The numerous phantasms are released. I'll make it. Why one of my eyes is open. I put out a shield from the hill to block the oncoming phantasm. Swarm of swords battle against the shield. Batter against the shield. Shield is me myself. My body breaks up as each petal of the shield is pierced and damaged.
塩は鉄で、心はガラス。
Only one place I need to reach. The flowing power fills me to capacity in an
Nah.
instant. What causes his shock? Is it his noble phantasms can't penetrate through a single shield? Or is it the magical energy
幾
inside me?
度の戦場を越えて腐敗。ただの一度の敗走もなく。
It breaks. The overflowing magical energy can't be controlled. Energy 10 times the capacity of the circuit breaks its foundation
突
trying to
破
escape.
できぬ。
Blood trickles from my mouth. The shield's full of holes now. Even though the phantasms didn't reach me, my body's full of holes. But still,
担い手はここに一人。剣の丘で鉄を打つ。
the magic energy rages around, but I don't care. Body is a circuit specialized to use this one magic from the start. Then there should be more. There should be something beyond this if I can't make it with this circuit. Now it's already there. It's just that I can't see it. There's no limitation to the circuit from the start. If it was darkness, not a wall, that stopped the magical energy, then the limit is somewhere beyond the
なら
darkness.
ば、我が生涯に意味。
Magical energy 10 times the capacity of the circuit breaks its foundation trying to escape, and I use 100 circuits to take in 1,000 times the capacity.
この体は無限の剣でできていた。
I cast the true name. At that instant, everything breaks and everything reforms. Fire runs. The fire becomes a wall, creates a border, changing the world. Unlimited blade works. A desolate land remains. The hill with numerous swords. What does he think of the scenery? The golden servant stands there with a gruesome expression.
そうだ。剣を作るんじゃない。俺は無限に剣を内包した世界を作る。それだけがエミやシロに許された魔術だった。
A desolate land, a graveyard of swords devoid of life. Every sword exists in this world, as the swords are reproduced just at a glance. We like never see Shiro. Unlimited blade work seems a bit faulty to me. Look at him just standing there. A reality marble. It's the greatest forbidden magic that embodies the caster's internal world. This heroic spirit, Emiya's noble phantasm, and the only weapon I possess. Oh, just Emiya. I don't know if I said Shiro. Everything is here and nothing is here. That's why this is called Unlimited Blade Works. It's the only definite answer obtained by the one who lived as a sword all his life.
こういう結界、それが貴様の能力か。
Take a step forward. Stuck in the ground next to me are the swords that are floating behind Gilgamesh.
驚くことはない。これは全て偽物だ。お前の言う取るに足らない存在だ。
I reach out my arms. Swords come out as if to accept me as their user.
だがな、偽物が本物にかなわない。お前が本物だと言うなら、ことごとくを凌駕して、その存在を叩き落とそう。
I move forward. In front of me is a servant with 1,000 treasures.
行くぞ、英雄王。武器の貯蔵は十分か。
Damn, he got the circuit on him.
思い上がったな、雑誌。
Enemy opens the gate and renders numerous phantasms. I run across the deserted land. The two groups of swords start the final match. Status screen updated. What does that mean?
なんだ
What updated? Maybe Archer? Oh yeah, Archer did. October 20th is Shiro Day and everyone uses that picture of him. First thing Saber sees after getting to the lake is a giant mountain of meat. She's not a normal knight. She fought many monsters back when she was called a hero. She even fought dragons, considered one of the strongest fantasy races. But even Saber falters against the mountain of meat. It's not because of its ugliness. It's because she can tell that the lump of meat and the curse flowing out of it are the same as her.
召喚を間違えればサーバントとはあそこまで変わるものなのか。
Or is that the power of the Holy Grail? She stares at it and shakes her
リン
head.
どこにいるのです、リン。
She runs to the lake and yells to the other side. She's hesitant to enter the black mud. It's not because it would be unpleasant. Her instincts tell her that as a half spirit, she can't touch it. She hears a voice. It's weak, but she hears her master. She looks at the mountain to meet him.
リン、
She steps forward without
待った。
hesitation.
ダメ、セーバーは入ってこないで。
She stops. She stamps her feet and glares at the mountain of meat while holding up her sword.
いいからダメ。その泥に触れたらあなただってこうなるわよ。いいからセイバーはそこで宝具の準備をして。この塊はもうすぐ弾けるわ。
Saber cannot nod to her words. She can tell that the lump of meat is about to hatch. She squirms. The squirms are turning into throbs and the mud is spreading further. The lake has turned black and the mud is spilling onto the ground. The thing is growling. The world's restraining power will be activated. That thing is left alone. It's natural for her to destroy it with her holy sword, but to do
リン、
that...
外に。池にさえ出てしまえば。よね。オッケー、任せた。けどもし間に合わなかったら、セイバーとの契約は切れちゃうけど、シローが無事ならなんとかなるでしょう。バカなことを。構いません。何に変わろうが。
She runs to the black mud so she can get to the lump of meat. But her body doesn't move. Her body stops when she tries to get near the lake.
レイジロ。当然でしょう。聖杯を壊せる唯一の人材を。それに心配無用だってば。この程度、簡単に振り切って逃げ出すから。
She sounds calm and composed like always. But it doesn't need to be said that it's just a bluff. The island of meat on the other side. There's nowhere for her master to run.
なんてね。まあ、言うはやすしってやつだけど。
She murmurs while being surrounded by arms made of meat. Situation's hopeless. Shinji was saved. She ripped off the blood vessels and nerves connected to the meat to let Shinji out. One can say he's alive, ignoring all the after effects he may have. It looks like he's just unconscious. Someone could say he's healthier than the girl carrying him.
問題はその後か。そりゃ心臓取られちゃ暴れるわよね。
She only moves while she stares at the tentacle blocking her way. There's no exit. Tentacles are blocking the way out to the lake. Even if she escapes the tentacles trying to swallow her, she will not be able to get past the wall.
まず近い。
She almost falls along with Shinji, but she desperately keeps herself up. She went through the cursed sea and even performed neurosurgery surgery to separate Shinji from the mountain meat. She went as far as using her reserve magical energy that she hadn't used for ages, but
もうあのバカ。遠慮なしで人の魔力持ってくんだから。
she bears the dizziness as she complains, but she's not serious. It wouldn't matter even if she did have more power. The tentacles around her are not moving because their target's standing still. She react one away once they find out that the thing in their body is poison. Ren and Shinji are alive because they don't have magical energy to be consumed.
けどここまでかな。
Her vision becomes hazy. Even though she has a foothold, she's still in the mud. Her nerves are getting further infiltrated with each passing second. She'll become the new core of the Grail if she falls down onto the meat. But
ご
before
めんね
that,
セイバー。言うこと聞かないだろうから。
she has one more command spell. It's enough for her to order Saber to use her holy sword.
あとシンジ助けられ。
いいから走れ。そのような泣き言聞く耳持たん。
She stops her collapsing body. The voice coming into her head is definitely that of the servant she made a contract with. There's no time to waste. She knows his personality all too well. Told her to run, so he must have done something that she won't escape unless she's done as she told. She runs. The arrows coming down from the sky are literally a heavy rain. They destroy the tentacles, the ground, everything in her path. There's no time to turn back. She runs full speed while carrying Shinji. Jumps into the lake. The arrows have swept the black mud away to make her an escape route. It's only for a short while, but there's only dirty water between her and the opposite shore. She runs across the lake while carrying him. She runs with all her might, mud splashing water. Her magic energy replies to the yelling voice. There's no need to check. Golden Sword mows down everything in its path with its overwhelming power. Mountain of meat is cut in half and breaks down. The black mud evaporates and the light turns the lake into a flat field. Oh, I remember this song. It's a waterfall of light that eliminates everything. Bathed in the light, the swordsman accepts her battle has ended.
これで終わり。私の戦いは。
Could she say that too? The wielder of the holy swords on her knees watches the light with a flood of emotions. The holy grail's breaking down. The thing she sought, the thing that should have saved her. She destroyed it with her own hands and finally realized her mistake. One boy and one hero. The man that got it twisted at the end of his ideal is still a boy. His regrets are so heavy they can't be carried. His crimes are so deep they can't be atoned for. There is something he did not give up on. The knight in red finally arrived at an answer at the very end. And she has to move forward as well. The end where she took her hands off the sword. She will run past that hill under her own will. Aww.
契約は完了した。あなたたちの勝利だ。
Holy sword fades away. She still has some magic energy left. She can stay in this world if she pushes herself. If she can, she'd like to see what awaits them in the
です
end.
が、それは私の役割ではない。
Her body continues to disappear, and the night vanishes from this world as if engulfed by the light, like a brave gust of wind. The king that sought the Holy Grail sets off for the Hill of Destiny without leaving a trail of memories behind. Aww, I love you, Saber. Gilgamesh retreats. Close the distance at one. Okay, this is kind of a funny pose. I don't know why this is so funny to me, but it kind of is. Close the distance at once, pull out a sword and slash it at him.
なぜだ、なぜ打ち負ける、雑種の剣に。
Nothing changed. My body and mind will feel as I thought. So I will continue forward. Infinity is being present. I will need destiny to win it with all my might.
バカな、押されているのか、この俺が。
Sounds of swords crashing echo through the area. He can't handle my attacks and has to destroy my weapon with his. That will be the cause of his defeat. He is the greatest heroic spirit. He has over 1,000 phantasms at his leisure. But he's only an owner. He doesn't have one weapon, so he's not a wielder who can use his weapon to its maximum potential. Even in this world, I am no match against any other servants. I can't match the ultimate one, even with infinite swords. Gilgamesh must have the ability, but I don't. Therefore, it's the only servant I can match. If he has the same ability, we are both owners. I am always one step ahead of him, since my swords are there ready for use.
おのれ、おのれ。
Gilgamesh raises his hand. The sword appearing behind him is the demonic sword, the only one that doesn't exist in this world.
させるか。
Damn. Swing my twin swords. Concho and Bakiai reel in, slice off his arm that tries to reach for his sword. Damn. Weapon stop. His arm and sword pull to the ground, leaving him defenseless. Body acts before I can think. Confident in my victory, my limbs move to slash the King of Hera. He jumps back, barely avoiding the twin swords. He retreats still further.
今はお前が。
He admits his defeat and tries to retreat.
安かってんだ。
I won't let him escape. I'll lose if he regains his composure. I'll have to settle his match.
この野郎。
He must have realized he will not be able to escape as he pulls out a phantasm from behind him. But I'm faster. I'll surely...
何？
Our voices overlap. Change happens in an instant. The light coming from the lake eliminates the hill of swords. Great magical energy has smashed away the already disappearing reality marble. That's fine. Match is settled. I can beat the servant by slashing him with my twin swords. But after the marble's blown away... A black void. A void big enough to swallow a human being. It appears before me, right on Gilgamesh. He looks down at his body in astonishment. His body's being swallowed. The golden serpent is swallowed by the void appearing on his body. Did he want to say wait? The void mercilessly swallows the servant. There's no way for him to escape. The void was opened on his body. There's no way one can escape something that's on their body.
今のは
Damn.
一体
We've seen this before in the Fate route. Stand there dumbfounded. The void in front of me is shrinking. I don't know what this is. It seems that Ren and Saber were able to destroy the Holy Grail. My only guess is that the after effect created the black void to eliminate Gilgamesh. Everything's over. My twin swords disappear. The magic energy in me fades away. And at the same time, fatigue assails me.
まずいな
I want to go see how Ren's doing, but my body won't move. Well, I'm sure she'll be alright since Saber went to go save her.
そうだな
I can rest a bit, and after I take a deep breath... Oh shit. Chain wraps around my arm. I gasp. Chain drags my body towards the void. Put power into my body, but I can't resist. My feet slide across the ground towards the void.
あの出来損ないめ、同じサーバントでは核にならんとさえわからぬか。お前。
He returns from the void, but his body is melted here and there. The void must melt everything it swallows. Why isn't it melting the chain then? Try to get the chain off me, but it doesn't even budge. It's chain, even restrained berserker. It's not something I can play on. I'm being pulled towards it. I'll be swallowed by Kim if I go near it.
道連れにするつもりか。たわけ、死ぬつもりなど毛頭ないわ。踏みとどまれゲロウ。俺がその場に戻るまでな。
こいつ
He's arrogant even in this situation. What can I do? I can't get this chain off me. I'll be swallowed into that void along with him. Even if I hold my ground, he'll pull himself out. Means I'm gonna die either way. Oh fuck. We have another choice. Feel dizzy. I can't brace myself anymore. I'll die. I can't endure it at the very end. Should I loosen up since I can't brace myself? If I do so, I should be able to push him back into the void.
なめるな。
That's what I was thinking. If you charge him, he'll just
道
get
連れになんて
sucked
され
up.
てたまるか。
Gather my courage. With my arm ripped off first, will his chain rip off first, or will he come out first? I don't care either way. I'll fight to the very end and die gallantly.
お前の勝手だが、その前に右に置けろ。
Fucking Archer. Turn around instantly. I look back at the compound, which is turned into a flat field. At the same time, something passes by me. Holy fuck.
貴様。あーちゃ。
Chain is really... Damn, headshot. Looking like he saw something unexpected, he lets go of the chain. Fall on my butt. Sit there dumbfounded and the void shrinks and disappears in front of me.
今
Can't stand up and just look behind me to the flat field. Dawn is near. The one with the rising sun behind him is the knight in red.
あいつ
Complain without thinking, but I'm smiling happily for some reason. I have nothing to say to him. I guess I'll stay quiet so I can sleep. A golden field is now deserted. Seeing the knight standing there and Rin running to him, I lay on the ground. Rin should say everything I want to say to him, so I'll sleep for now. We'll end up fighting if we see each other again, and I'm not used to parting with myself. For the final time, I engrave my ideal into my mind so I won't forget it and close my eyes. The land below him, it's like a wasteland he once walked on. There's nothing here. It's nothing, as if everything was blown away from the mountaintop. The battle is ended. The battle for the Holy Grail is ended, and the curtain is about to fall on his battle as well. He doesn't know how long it was. Sorry, let me check something. But the accumulated wish that should have bound him forever is gone now. The end quickly permeates into him and takes away his body. He looks towards the voice. She should not have the energy to run, but she's running with ragged breath. He watches it in silence. Brother ran up to him, looks at the knight. Red cloak fluttering in the wind shows no trace of what he used to be. Cloak is cut everywhere. His armor is cracked and torn. His existence is weak. Standing there haughtily, the knight begins to disappear from his feet up.
はっちゃ
Rising sun in the distance. The golden light is emerging from the horizon.
残念だったな。そういうわけだ。今回の聖杯は諦めろ。
He must not have anything special to say. He says trivial things. That gets to her all the more. The knight who's about to disappear is still acting like before. He was her partner that she spoke cynically with, ran through battles with, trusted her back too. She can declare that those days were fun. And it's still there before her eyes. He has remained in this world to save her at the last moment. He lost his master and soothed the king of heroes, nobles, phantasms. His body was disappearing, but he did not come to her and ask for help. And he instead watched over this battle. And the end is in front of
は
her.
っちゃ
Aww. She can't think of what to say. It's always like this for her at the most crucial times. She loses her cleverness when it counts the most. Archer jump scare. He smiles a bit. He knew that from the start. The clumsiness of this girl is a dear memory for the night.
何よ、こんな時だってのに笑うことないじゃない。
She looks up at the night.
いや失礼。君の姿があんまりにもあれなものでね。お互いよくもここまでボロボロになったと呆れたのだ。
He smiles when he talks. She gets a lump in her throat after seeing his regret-free face. The instant she wonders if he could really
あーち
disappear.
ゃん、もう一度私と契約して。
She said something she shouldn't.
それはできない。リンがサイバーと契約を続けるのかは知らない。それにもう目的がない。私の戦いはここで終わりだ。
His reply is free of doubt and his will is strong. His face is as bright as the rising sun. And how can she force him when he's making a face like that?
けどそれじゃあ、あんたはいつまで経っても。
Won't be saved. The girl swallows her words and hangs her head. It's not something the girl should say. It's not something that's solved by keeping the night in this world.
参ったな。
Struggling to have her cry. For him, the girl always has to be a positive, indulgent realist. He's always encouraged by her figure, so he wants her to stay that way until the very end.
リン、
The girl looks up at the voice. Her face looks cute, trying to hold back the tears. Rather than expressing the attachment he feels, he looks at the boy lying in the distance.
私を頼む。知っての通り頼りないやつだからな。君が支えてやってくれ。
The knight says so as if it's somebody else's business. Those are words of parting. The future might change. If a girl like her stays with Emiya, the hero Emiya should not be born. His words contain such hope.
じゃあ
But even if it ends up that way, the already existing knight will forever be a guardian. The boy and the man are two different existences. They only have the same starting point, and he is an ideal that the boy dreamed of. There is no salvation available for him. There's nothing to give to him, as he's already died and become a phenomenon. She nods in spite of that. She can't give him anything, so she will give him her best smile. He asks her to take care of him. She smiles so that she can answer the trust he put in her.
分かってる。私頑張るから。あんたみたいにひねくれたやつにならないよう頑張るから。きっとあいつが自分を好きになれるように頑張るから。だからあんたも。
Forgive yourself. She doesn't put it into words. She looks up at the disappearing night with a flood of emotions. How much salvation did it bring? After engraving the girl's smile into his memory with pride.
答えは得た。大丈夫だよ遠坂。俺もこれから頑張っていくから。
Oh, that's so cute. What the hell? Who would have thought this man would ever smile like that? That's so cute. A breeze. She said she could fix him. The knight has finally rested his wounded body without waiting for the girl's reply.
なんだ、結局文句言い損ねちゃったじゃない。
She wipes away her tears and talks to the one who's not there. Her voice is clear and the girl is standing firm again. It's only natural. She doesn't have time to be depressed after he made a face like that. She says goodbye to the ground that the knight was standing on and runs to the boy laying on the ground. Within the golden sunrise, the smile he had was like that of the boy. Kawaii. Epilogue. Sometimes recall the fight, the crying spirit, and the sparks flying off the swords. My attacks were immature. It's not something one could call a sword dance. We were both clumsy and didn't know of retreat. The ridiculous sounds of clashing swords were annoying, and I have no memory of them. At that time, I lost an answer and found an answer. So a plus and minus makes a zero. Nothing's changed. He's him and I'm me. I'm just watching this fading dream. It's been only a month, but it feels so dear now. seems that it happened so long ago. The memory of it's fading day by day. Can't even remember what the person I was fighting looked like, but that's just to be expected. That was something that was impossible from the start. We did not believe the fight would change anything. We just tried to beat each other to ascertain ourselves. So there's nothing to gain from victory. There never was any such thing. The loser comes to an end and there's no prize for the winner. Man, it really was good for nothing, but I can still recall it if I close my eyes. The echoes of unrefined metals, a dazzling distant technique that knew no retreat. It was our belief that crashed against each other. I fought against my own ideal to carry out my hope. The result is not clear yet. I don't know who won or which of us remained. Should be a while before the result becomes clear. An illusion like a mirage that disappears when one turns around. Only the reverberation remains and my feet will eventually reach.
こら、起きんかったわけ。皆集会に向かったぞ。学校に来ていながらボイコットするつもりか貴様。
My body's being shaken. The voice brings me back to reality. And it was the nerd.
あれ、なんで一星がいるんだ。
I raise my head and look at my classmate.
なぜなどない。ここは教室で。今日は2年最後の日で。時刻は終業式10分前だ。姿が見えぬからもしやと探しに来れば、本当に居眠りしていると呆れたぞ。
I don't know if he's in a hurry or just plain angry, but he yells at me. We're the only ones in the classroom. It's 9:50. Closing ceremony starts at 10 o'clock, so I bet everyone's at the gym already.
もし、きちんと目が覚めているか、エミヤ。
今ので完全に目が覚めた。
うん。分かればよろしい。だが礼は後だ。急がねば間に合わん。お前と俺が欠席とあっては、藤村先生がどんな暴れっぷりを示すか見当もつかんからな。
了解。明日から休みだっていうのに無茶な課題出されたらクラスのみんなに顔向けできない。
頼むぞ。これ以上宿題が増えれば皆に顔向けができないどころか。
Sounds scary, but the frightening truth is that it's very possible. The extra homework she gave us last summer after we got her mad was ridiculous. It wasn't even English homework. What was she thinking when she told us to enter any competition to win a medal? That's so weird.
急げと言っておろうが。
Isero.
あれ、すぐ行く。
We should hurry to the gym for now. It only takes 3 minutes if we run. We should make it 5 minutes early if no teacher finds us.
いや、それはダメだ。
I was too optimistic. As expected from the student council president, he really is committed, and as he is still following the rules now.
立派だ、一星。
走らぬ程度に急ごう。何？
I nod and walk faster. We're in the middle of March and the sky is amazingly blue. Fuyuki City has long winters, but spring is finally around the corner. The days went by quickly. It's been a month since the war. City's back to normal now. The Holy Grail's been destroyed, and most of the damage caused by the Masters was taken care of by the church. The person that came as a replacement for Kotomine is old but energetic, and everything was smoothly settled. But one can see the after effects of battle here and there. Kuzuki Soichiro, the person that chose to fight as the master, is considered missing. Issei was sad that the one who treated as his older brother is gone.
元からひょろりと寺に現れたゆえ、去る時もこんなものだろう。
Issei just laughed it off. Surprising thing is Fujine, and it turned out that they often drank tea together. She complained that she wanted to fight him once, so it seems Fujine knew that Kazuki was a master of martial arts. Shinji's life has been saved thanks to Ren, and he's currently in the hospital. I guess the hospital is part of the Magic Association, and he's getting better. Sakura is busy visiting Shinji, so she's been showing up at my place only on the weekends. I went to check up on them once, and they are getting along very well. I don't know if that event took something out of him, or if he's just unenergetic from the wounds. Either way, he's ironic but honest, and he's acting more like the Shinji I first got to know. Saber's not here anymore. She left this world after destroying the Holy Grail. Something constraining her must have been released when she destroyed the Holy Grail with her own hands. It's vexing I couldn't say goodbye to her, but I should be glad that she's freed from the bindings of it. If I ever do see her again, I want to thank her as much as I can, so... Finally, the most important person. Right after we get down the first floor.
あら生徒会長、こんな時に校舎の見回り？
My
それとも
queen.
各部室の手入れかしら？毎度のことで言い飽きたけど、そういうところ本当にマメなのね。
We meet up with the person representing the students at the closing ceremony, who's coming out of the teacher's office.
こちらもその言い回しには飽き飽きだ。たまには違う憶測を立ててみろ。それとも貴様、よもやわざと繰り返しているのでは？
Issei glares at Ren.
そんなの当たり前じゃない。何？
Who do you
今まで
confess
気づいて
your
なか
love
ったの？
to, Issei or Ren? Obviously Ren! Hello!
そうなんだ。もう少しユーモアのある人だと思ったけど、本当に堅物だったのね。ごめんなさい。今まで親愛の情を込めて同じ挨拶をしていたけど、あなたには分かりづらかったんですね。
何が親愛だ。お前に向けられる親愛など覚えがない。行くぞエミヤ。ネギツネに構っていては式に遅れる。
She sure doesn't get along with Ren. Well, I feel the same way, so I'm in no position to feel sympathy. So, our eyes meet as I walk past her. We decide to act normally when there are people around. I naturally ignore Ren and follow him. But...
おはようエミヤくん。今朝
Aww!
も元気そうで嬉しいわ。
She's so cute! I don't know what she's angry about, but she embraces my arm and puts on a big smile. My head goes blank. It's because even though we've been seeing each other, this is the first time we've touched each other in a month.
父さんか。
Try not to blush as I bear the sensation of her touch.
冗談よ。けど嬉しいのは本当よ。そうだ、式が終わって生徒会の手伝いが済んだら一緒に帰りましょう。私、あなたが来るまでずっと教室で待ってるから。
Ren puts emphasis on keep on waiting.
何を口にするか貴様。
何って、竜道くんには関係ないでしょ。それじゃあ失礼。生徒会長に代わって挨拶をしなくちゃいけないから。
Ren leaves, leaving behind the footsteps of a victor.
どういうことだエミヤ。貴様、あのメギツネとどういう関係だ。
That's our
いや
woman!
どういう関係って言われても大体遠坂と知り合いになったってのはかなり前に。
そんなものは1ヶ月も前の話だろう。悪いことは言わんから手を切れと中。
ああ、まあ弱みといえば弱みは握られてる。
やはりそうか。くそ、己遠坂、もはや捨ておけん。さあ相談しろエミヤ。
He shakes
いっ
me.
せ、時間、終業式始まるぞ。
みじんもどうせ初めは気圧のざれ言。少々遅れた方が精神衛生上よかろう。
He keeps shaking me. He's normally calm, but his personality changes when it involves Ren. Ren must be his natural enemy,
悪
but
い、いっせ。士気が上がっているところすまないが、俺じゃ遠坂をどうにもできない。その悪いことは言わないから。
エミヤにしては後ろ向きな発言。
残念ながら。そんなわけなんで、遠坂大治は一世一人。
そうか、わかった。安心しろエミヤ。
I
より良い
cannot.
学園生活のためだ。ネギツ
He
ネ。
even looked like
運
Saber
動
there
系
with
の
that
部活動を
pose.
束ねて何やら企んでいるようだが、あと1年もすれば。
Student council president smiles in anticipation. But Issei, I'll be graduating in a year. Lol. Ceremony comes to an end and the school starts to lose its liveliness. Spring break started. Most of the students have left with a smile, and the students in athletic clubs are getting ready for their training camps. There aren't that many students left in the building. All the classrooms are empty and the hallways tinted red.
やっと終わったわね。一世のやつ、最後までシローに手伝わせるんだもの。
An empty classroom. Ren smiles and says so as soon as she sees me coming into the red tinted class.
バカ、遠坂がおかしなことするからだろ。そっちが余計なこと言わなきゃ。
Complain as I go into the classroom. Why is it so awkward to go into someone else's class, even though they all look
何
the
よ、
same?
私のせいだって言うの？シローは。
半分は間違いなくな。いいか、いきなり仲良くなると変に思われるから3年まで知らないふりしようって言ったのも遠坂だろ。
Oh, she calls him Shiro
な
now.
んだ。
今日で2年も終わるんだから、ちょっとぐらいフライングしてもいいじゃない。だいたいね、無視するにしたって他に方法があるでしょ。昼休みにすれ違うのならいざ知らず、私たちしかいなかったんだから。
Oh, she's so cute. I don't know why she's unhappy, but she looks away and complains. Is it because of the evening sunlight? Her familiar gesture looks so fresh and cute that I'm
まっ
fascinated.
たく。ほら、もらい物だ。
Sure, the orange juice that was distributed amongst the helpers.
もらうもらう。やった。シロってこういうところが気が利くのよね。
She receives the juice box and takes a sip out of the straw. She's sitting by the window. She looks down at the campus as if she was watching something bright. Follow her example and look down as I drink. Must be the track team that's running. Sure are energetic, running like that when spring break starts to end.
ねえ、エミヤくん。昔陸上部にいなかった？
Then, she suddenly asked me a strange
陸
question.
上部？いや、俺は昔から弓道部だけど。
そっか。まあそういうこともあるわよね。夕焼け見てたら思い出しちゃった。
Telling me to forget about it, she continues to drink the orange juice. I'll forget about it if she wants me to. She calls me Emiya-kun. Half the time she's gonna make a sarcastic remark. The other half she's gonna say something really important. I'm sure in this case it's the latter. After a month of studying magic under her, I'm finally starting to recognize her
に
habits.
してもあっという間だったな。聖杯戦争が終わってシローが私に弟子入りしてもう1ヶ月か。
It's been a month since she started teaching me the basics. I've been busy with hard work and Ren's malicious nature, but she's right now that I think about it. This past month sure went by quickly, so I'm sure a year would pass in a
1
flash.
年か。その頃にはこの学校ともお別れだな。
そうね。この教室は今日限りの教室で4月になったら新しい教室になる。
She holds her knees and looks down from the
違
window.
う場所。
What will I be doing in a year from now when I graduate? I don't even need to think about it. There's only one thing I must do. I need to make my ideal come true just like he did. And well, it's one other big goal right now, but I don't want to think about it since it's
Nah.
irritating.
エミヤくんは卒業したらどうするの？
あ、いや、そうだけど、後を継ぐっていうより早く。
へえ、かっこつかないって誰に？
She smiles as she asks. This. My other goal is to make her admit defeat.
別にいいだろ。とにかく俺の急務は一人前になることで、そのために遠坂に弟子入りしたんだ。
あら、ずいぶんと強気ね。あと1年で一人前になろうだなんて。私10年ぐらいは覚悟して師匠や。
10年？それは嬉しいけど。あ、いや、そうじゃなくて、えらく気の長い話じゃないか、それ。
別にエミヤくんの目標が一人前になることと同じで、私のしたいこともあなたを早く一人前にすることだもの。
いや、
Well, that's great, but
けどそれも無理かな。エミヤくんお父さんの後を継ぐんでしょ？
そうだけど、そういう遠坂はどうするんだよ。
私は卒業したらロンドンに行くけど、今回の件で魔術協会から推薦も取ったし、試験なしで入学。
ロンドンって魔術協会の総本山の。
ええ、冬季の街じゃ限界があるし、5年ぐらいは父さんもそうだったっていうし、魔術師として一人前になりたいなら
I'm stunned. It's so sudden my head blanks out. It's natural for Ren, who's a legit magus. I finally realize the difference in our position.
ロンドンか。それすごいことなんだよな。
悔しいけど私本人の力を認められての招待じゃないわ。父さんの功績もあるし。
She speaks casually, but I'm sure it's an amazing thing. But London, huh? It's certainly too far away. Father wasn't in the Magic Association. I'm just like him. I don't like formal
でも
stuff.
それを言うならエミヤ君にだって資格はあるわ。
I might be able to move there. And start working more, study English, save up traveling and living expenses, find a job over
エミヤ
there.
君にとって教会は敵地だから乗り気はしないだろうけど、時計塔ならちゃんとした道具も揃っ。でも固有結界は秘密にしないとダメだから、あくまで基礎力の試験になるのか。
No, let's say I am able to rent an apartment there. I don't know what kind of place like the clock tower is, but I'm sure Ren will get even busier. And it should be even better for me to go there after I become a proper magus by myself. Yeah, it sounds good. First of all, London isn't suited for me. I bet I'll faint if I go there and it's filled with people like
ちょっと人の話聞いてる？
なんか言ってたのか、
Oh my
登坂。
god. She frowns and shuts her mouth, so after taking a deep breath, she makes a serious face.
言い忘れてたんだけど、私は東坂の後継者として招かれてるの。
She says something strange.
だから一人前の魔術師として認められているの。そうなると弟子の一人や二人はいて当然でしょ。ほら
These
向
two
こうじゃ派
awkward
閥
little
争いもあるって
idiots
言う
trying
し、
to say that they
一
want
人
to
ぐらい
stay
は
with
弟
each
子を連れ
other.
て行ってもいいんだって。
She sneaks a peek at me. I may be blunt, but I know what she's trying to say. In a word,
そうよ。世話係としてなら身内一人ぐらいは無条件で連れて。まあ扱いは教会の学徒だけど教会には属さないっていう。
my head resumes its thinking. No, I force it to start working again. What Ren is telling me, I put every cell into my brain to work to weigh the options I have. I must look funny as Ren's
なんだよ。俺は別にお前の言葉に踊らされてるんじゃなくてだな。
言いたいことはそれだけ。私はロンドンに行くけ。
She looks kindly at me. Then Ren makes a mischievous expression. Aww.
ねえ、シローはどうするの？
She asks me gently with eyes that see through me. So cute. My face turns red. Her words and expression blow away my humility and my dislike of the association. This is what I meant by Ren holding my weakness. I can't help it if I fell in love with her.
あら、突然だんまり？私
She keeps smiling mischievously. She knows what my answer is, but she's mercilessly attacking me.
だから
To be honest, London's too far away, but I can't imagine myself being taught by anyone other than Ren. And I never even thought about parting with her. Most of all, I want to be with her.
もう大事なことなんだからはっきり聞かせなさい。
Shiro, girls like to hear you say it. They can't read your mind.
世話係になっちゃうけど、私と一緒に。
She looks up into my eyes. She looks so attractive, I could feel like my heart will pop out. of my
うるさ
mouth.
いバカ。バカバカバカ。大事なことならもっとちゃんとした場所で言えってんだ。いきなり言われて口にできるか。
I don't know what'll happen to me if I keep staring at her, so I look away. I still feel her presence. She's happily watching my
ね
reaction.
シロ、答えは？
She murmurs gently. She's got me beat. Is it this hard to nod and reply honestly? But I can't turn around unless I say it to her.
バカ。そんな分かりきったこと聞くな。
When the two still dare stare at each other, I meet her gaze and tell her my honest opinion. Her smile broadens at those words.
じゃあこれからもよろしくね、エミヤ君。あなたが一人前になるまで遠慮なく鍛えてあげるから。
そっちこそ言っとくけど本気にしたぞ。
もちろん。シロを真人間にして思いっきりハッピーにするのが私の野望なんだから。
Where did her previous prettiness go? She says so with a daring smile and jumps off the desk. Sunset should end soon. Spring break will end, April will come, and another year should pass by quickly. We will part with the scenery until then. After a year, Ren and I will spend our final days of student life here.
帰りましょう。今夜はエミヤくん家で賑やかに晩ご飯にするんだから。
Leave the classroom without any lingering memories. I can still hear the club activities from outdoors. Sounds are far off and they remind me of the sword fight. Can't stay in the same place forever. Ren and I will be going someplace different in a year. Should be a while before I find out if it's the right choice or not. I recall the red figure one more time. Neither this classroom nor that fight will change. Everything is the same. Everything is an illusion, like a mirage that disappears when one turns around. But I can get there if I aim high. I will surely be able to catch up to his back with Rin's help. So I'll come up with an answer at the time. The swords that echo far away. By relying on those sounds, I shall eventually reach that place. Walking with the wind blowing on your face, walking towards the future, busy days with no compass to guide you, to traveling to distant exotic countries, you will return to where you belong one sunny day. Yay! Oh my gosh, we finished the second round! Yay! Well, that was very cute. You guys, we only have one more route left. Isn't that insane? We got the true ending? Yeah. Someone told me that for the other ending, I can just watch something for it. But I'm pretty sure there's like a ton of different parts to the Heavens Feel ending. There's like I don't even know. The anime has another scene after this? Oh. Well, I do plan to watch the anime after I finish all of Fate. So there's a good route for the Unlimited Blade. Oh, that's the wrong guide, sorry. There's a true and neutral 1/2 routes. Oh god. I don't even know. Hold on, let me go to the end because I'm so confused. There's a true end and 2 normal ends for Heaven's Feel. The good ending requires you to have affection for Saber and Ren at equal levels. Yeah, I know that. I read through that part. I just did the Ren route. So I think for the Heavens Feel, we have to do true first, and then do normal 1 and then normal 2, I imagine. I don't know. But OMG, exciting. Well, I love Fate. I love playing through it. Answer. What is this supposed to mean? There's more? What came and went were distant memories. This wasn't the good ending? This is the true ending. I did not play through the good route. I don't know why it's called good, but... They were signs that he forgot and cast away, something that can't be returned. Sparks of the crashing swords, crashing spirits, many dozens of unskilled attacks and defenses. They were clumsy attacks that just tried to deny each other. Why did such a thing revive a worn-out oath? They were impossible attacks, his charging body is covered in wounds. His fingers are broken, his limbs are slashed apart, his breathing is stopped although the boy doesn't know it. Even at this rush, his speed is trifling, and his attacks are mediocre. Although he has absorbed his combat skill, his techniques are now clumsy as an amateur's again. His attacks is executed haphazardly, but his attack is heavier than any that came before. There's no superhero. This boy's mind is obliterated by the one who grew to realize that back more than anyone. The distorted mind should collapse from the stress. It's obvious the boy will be devoured by his contradiction. Beware the signs of his defeat. He moves his wounded body and steadies his faltering mind, but there's no hesitation in his attacks. His fury is incomparable to before. The boy swings his sword recklessly. Attacks are equally matched. The space is filled with sparks, and everything entering it will be cut to pieces. It's the embodiment of the minds that melt together even though they repel each other. The desperate attack. It's only a dying spark. The man gives up in his last moment. The boy gasps with each attack, almost falls, steadies himself, and attacks yet again. Seeing it, he's confident that his enemy has no power left. The boy in front of him is a corpse, but why is there an infinite power in his arms holding the sword? He sees an illusion. It must be because he got bored with seeing someone attacking, even though he knows it's useless. The irritation boils up his most detestable impulse. What did he feel was beautiful and noble? The boy said that he doesn't want to see people die meaninglessly. He wanted to save everyone who's in trouble if they could be saved. It's out of the question. He knows such a wish is just meaningless hypocrisy. An ideal where others are more important than yourself is an ideal that should never be held. But did he ever not dream that such a life would be wonderful? He cannot hear what his enemy is saying. His enemy's voice is too weak to be heard, but his attacks are fierce. The enemy's hands are already one with the hilt. It must be to fix the swords there. But the impact will go to his body like that. The boy is covered with blood, and he'll die if he retreats. For the boy, every attack comes with great pain. Voices are hard to pick up. The boy who's on the verge of death frantically opposes the impediment in front of him. He does not need to be told where the boy's motivation is coming from. Is he fighting Archer again in the future? It's a bad dream. He's shown an old mirror image. Keeps swinging his sword with tearing arms. The only thing that there is a strange yell. There were people that could not be saved, and there is him who could not save them. He saw people dying meaninglessly, and he swore never to let such a thing occur again. There's only one thing that comes and goes through his mind, things he believes in, things he believed in, and an ideal he swore never to surrender, something he will never surrender. And so, he realizes that there will be no end to the attacks. The enemy will not stop. The enemy will never stop on his own. Even though the boy is attacking with all his power, he's taking no notice of him. The boy's only trying to slash himself, the one who obstructs himself. His enemy is fighting for things he believed in, and for the things he will keep on believing in. Realizing that, he grits his teeth. The boy keeps challenging even though he knows he can't win and that it's meaningless. It's the exact mistake he made. But then why? Why do these eyes keep on staring at him? Another crashing sound. The attack is parried. The enemy cannot block any attacks, repels the attack like nothing. The mirror breaks. He's not strong. He's not strong at all. He fights risking his life looking ugly and miserable, but who in the world can laugh at him? Stops his breath. Parrying the oncoming attack, the enemy readies his sword again. A final blow. Will the boy stay standing in spite of all his wounds and the strain on his mind? Of course. Boy overcame such limit 10 times. It's obvious that the enemy will not stop, even if this attack is blocked. Boy slashes his sword even though he's collapsing. Those eyes, they're looking straight at him. Sees a familiar dream for an instant. Whose dream was that, and who inherited that dream? Boy's voice reaches the empty mind. A single scenery closes in. What an ugly, fanatic goodwill. Beautiful ideal to struggle for. Final blow is coming in. The man does not watch the sword that's about to pierce him. It's the only thing on the boy's mind. Even if his heart is a fake, the beauty of what he believes in is real. It's something he can't lie about, and that's the origin of his powers. The boy crawls out with a smashed throat that he wants everyone to be happy. Yes, there is no road of retreat, because the dream is... He's made numerous mistakes. He has no way to atone for them except for hating and killing himself. His hands are covered in blood, and it's something that can never be forgiven, but still. A straight gaze, mistakes and lies, shaking off everything, running on without stopping. The battle ends with a victory. The pain in his chest does not lift up his conviction. As the man hates himself, salvation will never be given. But he earns a small answer. The answer is only for the summoning. It's a meaningless thing that he'll forget the next time he's summoned. But there's nothing to regret. Are you gonna do the good ending as well? No, I'm not. I'm just gonna watch something for that later. There's nothing to regret. I think this is just the POV of Archer when they were fighting. It's something that has already been built up, something that the boy will be using all his life. There's only one thing coming, one thing going through his mind. There's regret. He doesn't know how many times he wished to redo things. Heroic Spirit Emiya will forever curse this end, but still.
それでも俺は間違えてなどいなかった。
There's nothing to talk about. The boy will remain and he will leave. The only things that remain are exchanging blows. Path is long, relying on the sounds of the swords echoing far away. The boy heads for the deserted plains. Bin. I nearly forgot there's a special something if you get all 5 main endings. Final route. Heaven's Feel is now open. That's crazy. Oh my god, everything. It's still Unlimited Blade Works though, which is interesting. Because it wasn't like that. Like, so the first time it didn't have Unlimited Blade Works, but it does look different. I have a secret that I haven't told you. I'm a Magi. 3 years after the heath of his foster father. Why did they put white text with white behind it? Events begin happening in town. He finds himself drawn to the battle between the Magic Club Master. Swords. Well, guys, we did it. OMG. We finished Ultimate Blade Works, the true route. What a journey. We learned a lot this route, and it was very cute. I love Fate. I loved the first route. I love Saber. I love Ren. I love Ilya. I'm excited to see. Did I enjoy it? Yes, I did, obviously. Maybe it's not obvious, but I enjoyed it, yes. It was a very cute ending. Was it better than Tsukihime? It's hard for me to compare them because I both love them a lot. I don't know. Yeah, I don't know how to compare them really. They're just so different. The last Tsukihime ending you got. Yeah, I know what you mean, because I was so distraught. I don't know. I feel happier about this ending, obviously, but I like both of them. I understand why Tsukihime's ending happened the way it did. It makes me sad, but that's just the way of that universe, you know? So they're just different to me. I like both of them though. I really did enjoy. I love Fate. I love Tsukihime. And I'm excited to continue with both of them. We're gonna get on to Heaven's Feel, see what that's all about. I unfortunately did get a very small spoiler for Fate on Twitter because of Lucky Star. So that was unfortunate. But other than that, I'm still going in blind. I got no idea what's gonna go on in the last, what spoiler? Well, I don't want to say it. So we'll find out when we get to it, but it's okay. It wasn't a huge deal. But yeah, I'm gonna end it off here today. Thank you guys for watching. I hope you've enjoyed going through this journey with me, and we will continue to go down into the next route of the game. And yeah, I'll see you guys next time. So I hope you have a good rest of your day or night. Yeah, and I'll see you around. So stay safe, stay happy, stay well, and see you next time. Bye bye.